Hey everybody, it's Lala. Just popping in real quick to talk to you guys about this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I know I haven't done a review for the show in a couple of weeks. I had stuff to say, but sometimes I just didn't have the time, or it just too many days went by, whatever. I will start off by saying, and I'm probably not going to talk about everything. You guys know how my reviews go. I'm going off the top of the dome, want to say what I remember. It came on last night. I'm going to start off with the extremely unpopular opinion of Hazel E. I think Hazel E is a cute girl. I think she's pretty. She just, her makeup person clearly has a vendetta out against her or something. Her makeup person just doesn't like her. Because that frosty pink lipstick or whatever, and the off-color foundation and everything, with the blonde hair, she looks really, really weird. The lipstick emphasizes her lips, and, with the nose, she's got like a unique nose, and things just don't go together. But when she's like fresh-faced, when Lil Berg, or Young Berg, or whatever the fuck his name is, when he spent the night or whatever and slept on the couch, when she got up that morning, she looked pretty. She looked pretty with just like, no makeup or whatever. I don't know what was going on with the little, goddess braid halo kind of thing that she had, the cornrows going on last night. Her hair is a little too thin for that, and her edges are a bit thin too. But, I'm no beauty queen, so I can't really talk about anybody. I'm not beating my face to come on YouTube and talk to you guys or whatever, so who am I? As far as her situation with Young Berg, I feel sorry for her because she clearly has, developed feelings for this little boy. He is only with her for the sex, and maybe she's a good friend, I don't know. But I don't understand how a woman would even want to be in a relationship with a guy who is very open about having a different woman for every day of the week. He's a self-proclaimed, player, or, whatever, a whore, anyway, and she just, she's too old for that bullshit. She's too old for it. She's dealing with a little kid. Young Berg is a little kid, and he's doing little kid things. And he's being very, very honest about how he feels about her, or how he doesn't feel about her. And she's delusional because she just wants so much more than what the situation is. And I know she believes that if she just pushes and shows him how much he means to her, that, he'll come around and all this other stuff. But that's never going to happen. And the truth of the matter is, if he ever did decide to make her his main, chick or whatever, because he doesn't seem like he'll be monogamous with anybody, but if he did decide to make her his main girl, she'll still be salty about the fact that he's knowingly, openly sleeping with other women all the time. It's just nothing to aspire to. I don't, but she's got insecurities, and she's just oozing insecurity, and that's the problem. I saw on Twitter a before picture of her, I guess before she had plastic surgery. She looks like two completely different people. So if that really is her, I don't get it. But why do most people get plastic surgery? Look at Nikki Baby, or Nikki, or whatever the hell. That girl looks like a damn, she looks like, I don't know, like somebody who's just starting plastic surgery school or whatever, and they get to kind of, experiment on her. Her ass is horribly big. It looks like, she can barely walk. She can barely walk straight because she has this big bulbous ass on these little legs. Her boobs are like all spread apart where it's just like chest bone in between, and her face, it's just, oh my gosh. And then the hair, she's just entirely too much, and to the point where she's not pretty. She's just weird looking. She's distracting. And Molly Mall, or Molly Mall, or whatever the fuck his name is, this dude, Nikki and Molly Mall, they deserve each other. I posted that on Twitter last night. They deserve each other because Nikki Baby, or whatever, she doesn't care just wants to win, and he ain't no prize. And Masika, you know, luckily Masika was like, you know, clever enough to be like, you know what, this dude is trying to play both of us. I'm not gonna fight over this dude, you know. Now you call me a peasant or something like that and talk about, you know, me being charity or something like that, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face too. So I felt like that was a good reason to pop off on Nikki when she called her a peasant and said that she was beneath her, because Nikki does seem to feel like she is better than other people. Or at least she puts on that, she puts on that act. Nikki is another big old ball of insecurity, or insecurities, as you can see by the plastic surgery and by the way she carries herself and by how she always has to, you know, show everybody how amazing she is and how beautiful she is and point it out. You know, if you're beautiful inside or out, you don't have to tell people. They can see it, they can hear it, they can feel it on their own, you know. But the girl has a very, very low opinion of herself. You can see that with Molly Mall. This dude looks like he like roofies drinks and has sex with unconscious women all the time. Like, he just looks so sleazy and slimy and just gross. And he's not even a good liar. He's not even like a half decent kind of player or whatever. Like, it's weak. And, you know, Masika, move on, girl. Like, I think she's a nice looking girl. Her lips are a little weird for me. It looks like she gets like injections or something, or they're like numb. But, you know, just walk away and let them two bozos have each other. Masika. Masika's messy. All the women on this show are messy. Morgan is hella messy. You know, shading Nikki, you know, for Masika's benefit or whatever, but then getting them together because she wants them to get along and all this other stuff. It's all for the drama. It's all for the bullshit. Morgan is messy as hell. Morgan is in love with Ray J, and I don't know if it's a romantic love or a brotherly, sisterly love, but she cares far more about Ray J than Ray J cares about her. You know, she's just the help to him. And he can throw the word family around all he wants to, but he don't give a fuck about that girl. And, you know, and Ray J's another one of those people that thinks that he's bigger than what he is. But I guess you have to have confidence in yourself. It's just that there's a difference between confidence and delusion. What else? Tierra Marie. So Tierra Marie got a call from Young Berg so that they can get together and make some music or whatever. You know, he's supposedly the hit maker, and he wants to work with Tierra Marie. Coincidentally, now that Tierra is not cool with Hazel, and that Young Berg is irritated by Hazel's, you know, thirst. So he wants to work with her. Tierra's like, I guess they had a falling out back in the day or whatever a few years ago, because Berg told everybody that Tierra and Ray J were dating and nobody was supposed to know. Whatever, who gives a fuck. But now he wants to work with Tierra, and he's talking about reviving her career and everything. And I don't know, I'm not familiar with Tierra Marie's work. I heard she was a good singer. I heard that she, you know, had a nice voice and everything, but I still haven't had the interest or the time to go and look her up. So I don't know, I guess we'll see on the show. It looks like she embarrasses herself on next episode, but you know, we all have bad days. Tierra and Hazel's little thing, I mean, Tierra was right when she told Hazel that her and Berg's relationship is non-existent. She was right. She was just really, really rude about her delivery. She was being an asshole about it, but you know, what she was saying was true. And Hazel, Hazel is just like a lost soul. I mean, she's a puppy. She needs somebody she needs a hug, you know what I mean? And that's her issue. And she needs to acknowledge the fact that she's my age, and not in her 20s anymore. She needs to act like it and let go of that rap, quote unquote, career that it is that she's pursuing, and just go back to being a publicist. Okay, Omarion and April and Miss Leslie. Miss Leslie gets on my fucking nerves. I would not be able to share a room with that woman for longer than 5 seconds before people would have to pull me off of her. I don't give a fuck how skinny she is. I don't give a fuck about seizure disorders or nothing like that. She is an evil, evil woman. And she's mad about the fact that Omarion's not paying her bills anymore and not, you know, setting her, she ain't set up or whatever to live off of her son's money anymore because her son's got his own family, you know, and all of that. She's not ready, you know, April's not ready to be a mother, and, you know, she's materialistic and you guys fight all the time. That's just Miss Leslie grasping for straws or whatever to try to come up with a valid reason for having an issue with her, because she doesn't want to just acknowledge that it is flat out about the money. April is she's way better than me, because I wouldn't be able to sit there through that bullshit. I got a bad temper, and I'm not going to let you sit there and disrespect me, not once, let alone the multiple times that she's done that. It's just fucked up that she's doing this. You know, you can't stress a pregnant woman like that. You know, it can hurt the baby, it can hurt the woman. It's fucked up that she's like treating this girl this way. And Omarion, he's not safe either. I'm pissed off at the fact that he doesn't know how to set his mother straight or talk to her and tell her to get her act together. You know what I mean? And the fact that he's always so quick to rip April's head off whenever she has any type of opinion. Like, April is in the right from what we see. Miss Leslie is in the wrong from what we see. And Omarion should be able to defend his woman, you know, and his unborn child or whatever against his mother, because she's being an asshole. You know, she's got that weird, you know, love for her son, where she feels like, you know, her son is the only one that should be in a relationship with her or something like that. She needs a man, she needs a puppy, she needs a Coke and a smile, she needs something to occupy her time. Or maybe she needs to just go back to work and start working again instead of sitting at home waiting to have another seizure. Because maybe if she had something to do with herself, she wouldn't be so worried about what the fuck is going on with Omarion and April. April's a pretty girl. She seems level-headed. She seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders and everything. I don't see anything bad about April, and I want her to win. I want Omarion to win too, but he's got to deal with his attitude. He's got to deal with his temper, because he seems like he pops off quite often on April, and that's not cool. Like, I don't care how cute you are or how nice your body is or how much money you have. Like, I'm not going to tolerate the disrespect. Just, you know, is what it is. But let me see what else happened. But Miss Leslie, yeah, no, she can't be at the birth. No, keep her far away from the birth. Keep her far away from everything. And when she gets tired of being ostracized, then maybe she'll get her act together and act like she has some fucking sense. And that's just pretty much what you got to do with people. You just got to cut them off until they get it together. Shit, that's what I would do. I mean, we family and everything, and I love you, but you acting like a dickhead right now, so I'm gonna have to keep my distance. I'm gonna have to just pull over here, and when you ready to act like you got some sense, you let me know, and we can get together again. What else am I missing? Let me see. Hazel, Berg, Molly Mall, Nikki, Masika, Tiara, Ray J, Morgan, Omarion, Soulja Boy. I have nothing to say about Soulja Boy and Mia or whatever. They're kids. They don't know what a real relationship is. They're not in a real relationship. They both need to grow the fuck up. Mia needs to keep her child sheltered. She needs to keep her child away from the foolishness. You don't move you and your baby in with some man. I don't give a fuck how long you guys have been going back and forth with each other on and off or whatever, how long you've known each other. You don't do that. You don't bring your children around people unless, you know, it's something real. It's something that's going to last. But all of that poor little girl is going to be building relationships with people and then losing relationships. She's going to be getting her heart broken all the time because her mama don't know how to keep her love life and her family life separate. But she's a kid, and she's going to have to learn that the hard way. Soulja Boy's a little fucking kid. He's gonna sleep with women. He's gonna do whatever he does. You know, I know about the whole relationship with Diamond. I don't know where one begins and the other ends or whatever. And I don't really care, because he's a 5-year-old boy with lots and lots of money. Okay? And that's pretty much Soulja Boy. Who else? Lil Fizz and his girlfriend, I can't remember her name right this second, and Moniece, his baby mama. Moniece is a sorry excuse for a mother. She's just like an egg donor, in my opinion. She doesn't take any care of her kid. She don't spend no time with her kid. She always worried about what everybody else the fuck is doing, but she don't spend no time focusing on her priorities. And it ain't got nothing to do with sex toys or whatever, or anything else, or getting your hair and your nails done. She needs to spend time with her kid and stop worrying about who else is spending time with her kid, because if she was doing the job, she wouldn't have to worry about somebody else taking the job from her. Fizz, he needs to just acknowledge the fact that the relationship that he has is not the type of relationship that he is looking for, because if you can't trust somebody, moving in with them is not going to help the situation at all. It's just going to make things worse. It's going to ruin the relationship, and any possible friendship that you guys had. It's just not the way to go. He needs to just focus on his son, and look for a woman that wants to be with him. He's a good looking kid. You know what I mean? Got a little bit of money, you know, he's got a little bit of fame, and he seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. There's plenty of women out here that would take that and nurture it and love it and just, you know, give him what, you know, the definition of a good relationship. Am I forgetting somebody? Did I forget anybody? I think that's pretty much it. That's all I really have to say about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Tierra Marie, I'm happy she wasn't slapping nobody in the face this episode. She is being messy though. The fact that she went to Nikki and told Nikki about what Morgan was doing with her before pictures and stuff like that, that's slimy and messy and shady. And if anything, Tierra is supposed to be closer to Morgan than she is with Nikki, if I'm not mistaken. And just because you don't want to take sides with Masika and Nikki, then just stay out of it. That's what you do. That's not taking sides. But don't go and start snitching on people and stuff like that, because, you know, it's Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Why am I trying to apply logic to the situation? We wouldn't have drama if people weren't being slimy and shady and messy and everything else, right? We wouldn't have anything to watch. What else? The video vixens that Nikki brought to the Ray J's photo shoot. Yeah. I think that they were just a group of extras that they pulled to the side and was like, walk in here with this girl or whatever and act like you want to be in a music video. And that's pretty much what they were there for. They served their purpose so that Nikki could get in an argument with Morgan. I believe Morgan has already part ways with Ray J as far as her career is concerned. But it was good advice. She needs to walk away from it because he doesn't appreciate her. He doesn't appreciate the things that she does. He doesn't really treat her with any type of respect. And, you know, she seems like she's good at what she does, so she can really just go out and find somebody else to work for and do that job. And maybe the person that she does wind up working for will actually, you know, show her an ounce of respect. I think that's it. I'm really trying hard to remember everybody, and I'm not getting anybody else in my head right now. So I guess that's everybody. If I forgot something, just let me know. Leave it in the comments. You know, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Just a quick whatever. If you agree with me, if you don't agree with me. And I really do think that Hazel's a cute girl. I do. She just has to work on her makeup and let that blonde hair go and stop dressing like a 14-year-old. And I'm sorry, no, stop dressing like a 17-year-old. That's a little better. You know, and act like an adult. And I think she would go very far. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.